Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. A rush. I guess they just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The run for Green Bay.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. So Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, and no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Yo le puedo meter una Coca-Cola.
Here's
¿Tú compraste Coca-Cola o no? ¿Ah? ¿No? Bueno, si quieres dame una estilla, agarra el Coca-Cola tú.
Alfonso le salió varado, ¿no? Sí. A las 3 de la mañana, ¿no? Entregan recupesos.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down.
Sí lo logró.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun.
En 3 minutos.
And able to find Alan Lazard. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few
Y tiene
inches
otra
here.
oportunidad.
And inches at the 46-yard line.
Ahí mismo. Sí, literalmente.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Pero es como NBA, pues, no es como NBA, que le quedó el balón.
Second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Y empieza con
Danico Autry.
pelotazo, ¿no?
Go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Los panamas americanos me meten demasiado real time.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns. And a big loss here as he's taken down with the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Well, they went with a nickel. They've thrown an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Lo retrocedió.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. T.J. Carey right there in coverage. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I also think it's the right time to make that call.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A second down throw for Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. Past the 20.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left. And
Marico,
no
pero
good.
es porque no estoy acostumbrado al ping. Muy bien.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Rodgers on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right.
And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Mario, qué risa, cómo te agarré, weón. Ahí mismo, puede salir corriendo hace rato.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
At the 23-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep.
Y que no aleje va a dejar que la computadora lo tumbe y te desplaza la computadora.
The play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Rivers again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal there to make the grab. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Rivers. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Rodgers pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the interception here, Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Caught on the right side by Adams.
Ay.
He's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Looking deep for Adams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll throw from the gun. The toss here completed to Pittman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 47 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's through. That pushes their lead down to 5. It's 13-8.
Makes the score Colts 13, Packers 8.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
Frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And able to work his way down to the 16. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Try and run for this with Mack. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it with Mack. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up
another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Today's final score, Colts 13.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one